Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a collective reading about what we are all releasing after this past, most recent Libra Pink Full Moon. I'm just shuffling the cards and things are popping out. We have the Seven of Knives. So we're definitely releasing some ideas around insecurity. But that's just a pop out. I haven't really started the official reading yet. I hope you're all having an amazing week. It is April. We are moving toward Mercury retrograde season, so make sure that you back up all your data. Make sure that you check in with any documents that need to get sent. It's just best to make sure that communication is happening if it needs to right now before the retrograde starts, because when retrograde happens, many wires of communication can get crossed, as Mercury is the planet that rules communication, ideas, thinking, and mindset. So today we're going to be using the Black Tarot, one of my favorite decks for insights, and then we're going to be clarifying with the Ananda Tarot, another one of my favorites. Very, very beautiful and diverse depictions on these tarot cards. I'm currently learning how to read tarot, so I will be using strictly the images on the cards and not necessarily going into the books for this reading. So I hope that this resonates with you, and if it does, please like and subscribe. All right, so we're going to start collectively. What are we collectively releasing at this time? All of us together as a group, what are we releasing at this time? I know that the Seven of Knives popped out, but the first thing we have is the Two of Knives. So we're releasing things around indecision, anything that is preventing us from being able to focus our physical strength, our mental strength, anything that's causing us to scatter our thinking and scatter our talents. We're releasing things related to that. As you can see on this card, this woman is in a challenging yoga pose. It's not for the weak, not for the inexperienced necessarily. It requires lots of focus, lots of balance, lots of strength from root to tip. And what I mean by that is from the crown of her head to the bottom of her feet. She is holding herself in this very strong pose. So we are releasing anything that prevents us from being able to really focus all of our energy into one space. Many times, because we have technology, we have phones, we have laptops, we have iPads, lots of screens and mirrors all around us. We're moving into a very technologically advanced and sort of saturated time in humanity. And so we're releasing things that require our attention to be scattered in too many different places. And we are learning to focus our energy in one spot so that we can achieve things like a pose that requires lots of focus, so that we can achieve various things that we might be working toward that require just more focus. We're also releasing things around Libra themes are around partnership, around love and relationships, and those also require a lot of decision making. But it can happen that sometimes we're spoiled for choice, and having too many choices makes it difficult for us to pick one thing. So we're releasing things that may just pull on our energies a little too much and not allow us to make choices for ourselves that really resonate with what we want and not necessarily what everyone else wants for us. With that, I'll go ahead and get started with our air sign. So if you are a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, this reading is for you. What are you releasing at this time? And it came out so fast, I barely even shuffled. We got the Five of Baskets. Baskets in this tarot deck are also known as cups or water energy. Baskets are about love, relationship, and creativity. And we also got the Eight of Coins or Pentacles, if you're more familiar with the mainstream tarot. So we got the Five of Baskets and the Eight of Coins. So air signs, at this time, you are releasing disappointment around maybe putting work or love into something that didn't necessarily work out the way you'd hope for it to. As you can see on this card, this man is looking at 4 eggs that fell out of this carton of eggs that's on the floor next to his feet. And he's kind of like really disappointed and focused on those 4 eggs that fell. but it's distracting him from the abundance, the many more groceries that are in front of him on the table there. As you can see, he really has nothing to want for. He has nothing to worry about. There's much more where that came from, but because he selected that specific carton, he's really disappointed that that specific thing didn't work out. So if you put energy or effort or love or money even into something that didn't work out, take a look around you and see the abundance that's around you. Try not to focus on the loss. Focus on what is fertile around you, where you can plant those seeds, plant that time, energy, attention, and money in order to grow more, in order to really fertilize and like supercharge the ideas that you may have had that didn't work out previously. It didn't work out for a reason, most likely. The 8 of Coins also came out with this card, meaning it's time for air signs to also take a look at what is really worth their time, energy, attention, and money. This woman on the card she's looking at her cowrie shells, and as you can see, there's also little purple, pinkish purple glowing dots on the table as well. So she's looking at what she has. She's looking at what she's put her time and effort into. And it seems to me that she's sort of deciding what is worth holding on to and what she can let go of. So not only is she doing that, she also has candles, which are fire. So this fire represents your desires, your passions, and there's also a mirror in front of her. So she's being reflective. Has she put her passion, her drive, her fire into the right things? Is there somewhere that she maybe could spend her time, energy, attention, and money that will reap more rewards, that will also pour into her, instead of her simply pouring herself into things and maybe not getting out of the deal what she was hoping for? So as you cut your losses, be present with the abundance around you. Also make sure that you are being discerning and reflective about what else is around you and how you might be able to salvage the energy that you've already put in so that you can be more successful when you try this again. Because when you fail, you do not give up, you try again. All right, air signs? So that is what we are releasing at this time. Let's see, we're gonna move into, or no, we're not gonna move into our water signs yet. I'm gonna clarify for air signs. Is there anything else that air signs need to know about releasing at this time? What else are air signs releasing at this time? The full moon was in Libra, which is an air sign. So this also may have to do with our social groups. It may have to do with our ideas and our thinking. The ideas that we have related to partnership, related to relationships, related to who we socialize with, who we want to have around us, our friends, our families, our colleagues, etc. All right, and so the balance card came out for air signs. So this may have to do with the need for balancing, related to that collective card she's balancing. So for air signs, it's important for air signs at this time to, while we're releasing, make sure that we're doing it in a way that that honors moderation. So don't feel like you need to overcorrect. Don't feel like you need to completely erase something or trash an idea that didn't work out. Balance it out. Try to have temperance. The temperance angel mixes hot and cold water to try and get the perfect temperature in order to sustain growth in life, okay? So as you release, don't feel like you need to overcorrect. Simply find balance. That's for you, air signs. All right, let's move on to our lovely water signs. I'm not biased, but I am a water sign, for full disclosure. So water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. What are water signs releasing at this time? We got the 7 of Knives, and he came out once again in reverse. So 7 is a number of fear, or it can indicate fear and doubt when it comes out in this reverse position. And Knives are also air energy. Air energy is about thoughts, communication. It's about ideas. It's about inspiration. So there may be something that water signs need to release that has to do with our thinking and communication and ideas around love and partnership. I say that because the most recent full moon, which is our release time, is the Libra is the sign of partnership, about harmony and balance, and about relationships. So what ideas, water signs, do you have around relationships that evoke a feeling of fear or insecurity in you? What ideas around relationships do you have that may feel like you need to fall on your sword in order to please others, in order to appease others? Water signs are known to be quite able to kind of like blend anywhere. Not necessarily blend, but water signs are known to be able to kind of fit anywhere, right? Water is an element that softens things. It's an element that cleanses things, but it's also an element that, like, once water gets on something, that thing is now wet. I'm not going to get into the debate about whether or not water makes things wet with you all, but water changes everything, and water is changed by everything. Okay, so what ideas around love, partnership, and relationships, water signs, do you have that make you feel like you need to change, or make you feel like you need to change others? That is what you need to shed at this time. When we don't shed ideas or old habits or old survival skills that used to help us, it's kind of like continuing to wear clothes that we've clearly grown out of. The survival skills that we had as children don't serve us anymore because now, or may not serve us anymore, because now we're adults and we have different needs. We need different quantities of nutrients and different quantities of sleep, different sizes of clothing. We need to maintain ourselves differently. So we have changed. So allow your ideas and your thoughts and communication and habits around partnership and love and relationships to also evolve with you. I'm going to go ahead and get a clarification card for us from the Ananda Tarot. For Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, what else can we know about shedding the Seven of Knives? What else can we know about shedding insecurities and fearful beliefs around love, partnership, and communication? What else are water signs releasing or shedding at this time? What are water signs releasing and or shedding at this time? That jumped out. We're going to take that one. This is the Five of Earth, Five of Spheres in this deck. So the five is a number of challenge. 5 is a number of challenge, 6 is a number of blessing, and 7 can sometimes be a number of fear or insecurity around the blessing, not knowing how to use the blessing, if you will. So as you can see in this card, he has 7 spears behind him that he can use, but he's insisting on using his fists because he knows how to use his fists. He may not necessarily know how to use these spears yet. However, once you shed old habits, let me turn this upright so you can see what I'm talking about. Once we allow ourselves to evolve, we lose the fear of learning how to use new tools and adapt to the times. So because this came out in the reverse, this guy is really holding on to old habits, old beliefs, old ideas, and trying to force when he doesn't need to, okay? So when it comes out with the 5 of spheres, this may indicate that we're having a challenge with our material abundance. Perhaps there are ideas around sharing our material abundance, such as our bodies, our food, our money, our homes, spaces. There may be challenge around sharing and or maintaining our resources that we need to let go of. So again, think about how you use your resources in love, in partnerships, in other relationships, whether that's with work, whether that's with self, with family, with lovers. How can we adapt and use the new resources that we have instead of sort of forcing things to be maintained when it's clear that they no longer work for us, when it's clear that they're crumbling, and it's time for us to allow inspiration to help us dream of new things, okay? So I hope that resonates. I'm not sure if I explained that well, but I hope that that resonates for some of you, at least some of you. All right, let's move on to our fire signs. If you are a Sag, Leo, or Aries, what are you releasing at this time? What are our fire signs releasing under this at this time? What was illuminated for our fire signs? Ooh, thank you. We got the Mother of Wands. I feel like there's one more. Yes, there is one more, and we got the Magician. So the Mother of Wands, she's also known as the Queen of Fire. She is very confident. She is very vivacious. She knows what she wants and she goes after it. She knows that she's a baddie. Like, she is completely present with her beauty, with her power. Everything that she has, she worked for it. She put a lot of work in to grow these sunflowers, and she's present with the fact that, yes, I worked for it and it is gorgeous. Yes, I know. She also has this gold in the background, which indicates prosperity and wealth. And she also has purple above her, which indicates high royalty. So she's very respected, she knows it, and she also is a very hard worker, and she's earned everything that she has. Now, because she came out with the Magician, it's indicating that fire signs, you are very, very powerful at this time. You can manifest just about anything you want because you have worked for it. So make sure that when you, at this time, when you are shedding ideas and beliefs and habits around love and partnership, you're also remembering your power and knowing that as you shed, you're also able to create the environment, the love, the partnerships that you want to have in your life. You're completely capable of literally writing a list of whatever you want in love, partnerships, and relationships and bringing it to fruition because you work for it, okay? So that's for you, fire signs. Let's go ahead and get a clarifier from the Ananda Tarot. Again, I'm using the Black Tarot and the Ananda Tarot. And fire signs, King of Fire came out. So fire signs, we have a divine pair here. The Queen of Fire, aka the Mother of Wands in the Black Tarot, and the King of Flames from the Ananda. This is a divine partnership. So you may have a divine counterpart coming to you. You also may be coming into being present with your own self, loving your own gifts. Both of these characters, but especially the King of Fire, have zest for life. So they are excited to be here. They nurture everything that they want into existence because they know that they are powerful enough to do that. And with the Magician here, it's almost like if you want a romantic partner, or if you want a very like fruitful, maybe even lucrative partnership, all you have to do is write it down, or all you have to do is bring yourself into the energy that you want that partnership to feel like, and it will come to fruition. This is a fantastic indication here with both of these divine counterparts here and the Magician. Fire signs, you are incredibly powerful at this time. Use it wisely. And make sure that you shed any hesitation or insecurity or lack of confidence around this. I hope that these three cards really indicate how powerful you are and how unnecessary any insecurities are. Any insecurities that you have, those are all old ideas. And like I told the water signs, when we hold on to ideas, habits, behaviors, beliefs that may have worked for us in the past or may have never worked for us at all, it's as if we're continuing to wear clothes that we've clearly grown out of. So allow yourself to let those things go and really bring into the world what you want, because your heart does know. Listen to your heart, perhaps do a heart meditation, perhaps listen to some heart chakra frequencies. I believe 417 hertz is a heart chakra frequency, but don't quote me on that. Look it up, listen to your heart, and let those things go that are no longer serving you, because you are powerful, fire signs. And last but certainly not least, our earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. What are earth signs shedding and releasing at this time? As the moon wanes, so do old, toxic, negative, outdated beliefs. And right now, earth signs are currently going through a transformation. We have the death card coming out. Death comes to make way for death, endings, not just death. You're not dying, earth signs. Death indicates transformation. The only reason death comes is to make room for new beginnings, new life, new birth. When plants die, they fall into the earth and fertilize it so that new things can grow. So earth signs, you all are going through a transformation at this time. As you can see, this card is green. This card, green represents prosperity. It represents growth. It represents new life. There's also a child here in orange who's watering this garden. And as she waters this garden, she is wearing the color of prosperity. She's wearing a color of showing up for yourself. Yellow-orange is the color of the sacral and solar plexus chakras, which are all about feeling secure in ourselves, knowing that we are worthy, knowing that we are confident and capable. So as you move through this transformation, and transformations are not easy, change is not easy, but when we show up for ourselves through transformation, when we listen to our inner child through transformation, things tend to work out a little bit more smoothly. We also got the Star card. The Star card is a wish granted. So as you can see, this couple on the card, they're both in a pose that really shows like freedom. And you can actually see on the card, it's not gonna focus very well, but on the card, these little images are actually shackles. This couple was formerly enslaved according to the tarot, and they have been through a long struggle of searching for freedom, fighting for freedom, showing up for themselves, and constantly transforming when faced with death. And so they are free. And the star is a wish fulfilled. Their wish was granted, their wish for freedom. Not just because they worked for it, but also because they're worthy of it. They are completely worthy of freedom. They are aware of their inner abundance, and they're aware that transformation leads to newness. They're aware that they have to let things go that were no longer serving them in order to release themselves from the shackles that bound them to servitude or to abuse or to difficulty in their past. As you can see, their heart chakras are pointed up toward this light, which is the sun. And the sun represents prosperity. It represents warmth. The sun sheds light on things so that they can grow. So now that they're free, they can grow from anything that was harmful or limiting to them in the past. So this is a beautiful transformation that you're going through, Earth. So Earth signs, I hope that whatever beliefs, habits, thoughts, or behaviors or partnerships in the past that were not serving you, you can truly let them go through this transformation. And whether that means you need to cut off an old friend, whether that means you need to set new boundaries so that you can feel free. Make sure that you show up for yourself and listen to your heart, because your heart does know what you want. As long as you follow that, you are going to have your wish fulfilled. So I hope that resonates for some of you fire signs. I'm going to get one clarification card. What wish, is being fulfilled for earth signs at this time? We got the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Spears. Spears in the Ananda Tarot is also known as pentacles or coins, for those of you who are maybe familiar with other tarot. But the 10 of Spears is about complete material abundance and fulfillment. So whatever you've been working toward, whatever financial, whatever financial or professional or home or physical thing you've been working toward, this is the wish that is getting fulfilled for you at this time. The more you lean into transformation, the more you allow transformation to work in your favor, the more you water the garden, continue planting your seeds in fertile ground, continue watering tending to your personal garden. And the more that you release any ideas, habits, or negative beliefs that may have been holding you back from achieving like a loving and fulfilling partnership, whether that's at work, whether that's in family, whether that's with a lover or with friends, the more that you lean into this transformation and allow yourself to release, the better this fulfillment is going to feel for you. This is a beautiful and brilliant transformation for you, earth signs, and I wish you the absolute best. All right. Lastly, we're going to get some Ooh, lastly, we're gonna get some affirmations for the 4 elements. So for air signs, we're gonna start with you. These cards popped out. Let's start collectively because these definitely popped out. And I didn't even get to shuffle for air signs yet. So for the collective, these are our affirmations. My presence is my power. As I'm shedding and releasing, my presence is my power. I'm present with myself. And if I want to feel supported, I must support myself. All right? So my presence is my power. And if I want to feel supported, I must support myself. As we release, make sure that you're taking time for yourself. Don't feel like you need to socialize too much. Don't feel like you need to cater to others, the needs and wants of others. This is a time to really tend to your personal garden. All right, collective? So let's get into our air signs now. I want to say that those cards will also, if you're an air sign, pay attention to the collective cards as well for these affirmations because those popped out right before I read for you. So they probably relate to you. Air signs, I am not the victim, I am the lighthouse. All right? You are not the victim, you are the lighthouse, my lovely Geminis, Libras, and Aquarii. All right? Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. We get an affirmation for our water element babies as they release and shed old beliefs, habits, ideas. Ooh, there we go. Water signs, I can change my patterns when I change my mind about them, all right? I can change my patterns when I change my mind about them. Again, ideas, beliefs, thoughts, habits, behaviors. Change your patterns when you change your mind. Really think about what is serving you and what is not. And if it's not serving you, let it go, baby. Our lovely fire signs. Ooh, got 2 for fire signs, Leo, Sag, Aries. The first one says, I dissolve all boundaries with love. All right? So you can dissolve all boundaries and obstacles with love. Fire signs. Fire signs, this is also for you. When in doubt, I choose to see peace. Fire signs, I know that sometimes when you are in doubt, it's easy for you to just blaze through and not sit with what's happening or blaze through and just burn it all down. But when you are in doubt, choose peace, all right? And dissolve all boundaries with love. And of course, my beautiful earth signs, what affirmation do earth signs need as they release and release and shed old habits, ideas, thoughts, thinking around partnership and love? I think one popped out. There we go. All right, for earth signs, my positive energy leaves a powerful impression on the world. So again, earth signs, you are going through a transformation. You are getting a wish fulfilled. And in order to bring that 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Spheres to life, make sure that you exist in positive energy because it does leave a powerful impact in the world. Earth signs, you all are our structure, you are our stability, and the more that you feel good in yourself, the more that the rest of us feel good in our structures and our stabilities. That is how you can show up for us. Otherwise, tend to yourself, my loves. All right, folks, thank you so much for being with me today. I hope that this resonated with you, and if it did, please like and or subscribe to your girl. I'll see you next time.